Hi everyone, this video is all about depersonalization, what it is and how it affects me, and ways I just deal with it on a day-to-day basis. Depersonalization you usually get when you've had extreme anxiety, and you lose touch with reality, like society feels different to you, and sometimes you lose your memory a bit and you can't remember what it felt like to be happy. Like in the past, it's like a blur, but you know that you want to get back to how you used to be. Now I've heard children online, and sorry if you can hear the aeroplane, it's really loud. I've heard children online suffer with depersonalization, like 13 and 14-year-olds, and I think, wow, how do they cope with this? You know, they're younger than me and I'm 20 and I struggle to cope with it myself. I could tell you now, it's completely harmless and it does go within time. Now, when I was 18 I had depression, and I had mild anxiety with depression, but now at 20 I've got more both, but extreme anxiety with depression. And I tell you now, coping is a day-to-day struggle, because with depression it's ongoing. It's not just one day feeling low mood, it's constant. And with the depersonalization, it makes me feel really strange. It makes you feel like you're not in your own body, and your soul's come out and you're in someone else's body. And if you look at yourself in the mirror, it looks like you're looking at a video of yourself, more like the actual you, but logically you know obviously that's you there standing here. I'm talking now, I know it's me, but it's hard to explain to people who've never experienced it. If people have experienced it may have forgotten what it feels like, but people who have experienced it now would really relate to me. I can go out and the world feels really strange, like I'm almost floating, I'm not really here. I'm on a bus and I constantly look at people and my mind's saying they're strange, whereas before I wouldn't think like that at all. I'd just get on the bus and go to my location, but now it's constant fear. I mean, especially when I'm on a bus, I get claustrophobic as well. When the bus gets busy, I'm like, oh god, I've got to get off at this stop, and I think, no I can't, this is not my actual stop, I've got to wait till my actual stop to get off. So I try not to escape the panic. But yeah, with extreme anxiety, people usually do suffer with depersonalization. You might feel really weak from it and stuff like that, and you might be questioning yourself a lot or getting intrusive thoughts all the time. Best thing to do with depersonalization, because it does go in time, but it's just to accept it rather than try and get rid of it. The more you try and get rid of something, it usually just bites you on the backside. So just acceptance is sort of key. Healthy diets can sometimes help anxiety anyway. Exercise usually releases good energy over time, it's good in the long run. But with depersonalization, yeah, it does make you feel crazy, you're in this world of your own, you're trapped. It's like before everything was hunky-dory, now everything's gone tits up, and it is really hard to explain depersonalization. But yeah, even walking around is a struggle for me. But I never avoid it. I never avoid going outdoors, because if I avoid it I'm going to make myself worse and ill, and I'll get even more depressed. So I know that's key, just to get out the doors, at least just to do something in the day, no matter what it is. Even walking to the shops can sometimes help a little bit. You know, fresh air can sometimes sort of help your brain, I suppose. But rather than concentrating on what I need to buy, I can't really focus anymore now I've got depersonalization. Confusion all the time, it's really hard. When I'm in a shop I rush rather than just concentrating on what I need to buy. My breathing's getting a lot worse, and when I'm out and about, oh god, I just feel so strange. when I talk as well, I stutter a lot. If I'm talking to someone in public, I stutter a lot. Because I had someone come up, I was full of anxiety yesterday about going to the job centre, and I had this woman say, excuse me, and I thought she was calling me, and I looked behind and she was, and I was trying to forget my anxiety and my fears, and I was trying to concentrate on what she had to say. But sometimes with anxiety, concentrating on what someone has to say is virtually impossible, because anxiety is a bugger and it just sort of stays with you, and you focus more on that than you do with like what other people have to say, and you have to respond to what they have to say. You've got to think about that as well. It's really hard. It's like you're sort of starting off with a baby again. You're learning things. It's horrible. So guys, if you have depersonalization, you might go into like a dreamlike state as well. So you obviously understand where I'm coming from. So I'd love to hear back from you guys. I've got a few people pressing like to my videos. I'm not sure if I'm being very helpful, but I'm just explaining what I experience. So I get depression and anxiety, and I do sometimes suffer with panic attacks. So I do understand exactly how it feels. I take Rescue Remedy batch, and it's quite good. It's quite expensive though, guys, like £9 for a little bottle, but I definitely recommend it because it doesn't always work with people, but sometimes it doesn't work the first time, the second time, the third time. You keep getting anxious and you keep taking this like Rescue Remedy, it can sometimes calm your nerves. It's nothing but herbs. It's no added honey, any chemicals. It's just herbs, just to relax yourself a little bit more. It makes you feel more at ease. It should calm your anxiety down a lot, because I get anxious on buses especially, and when I'm anxious on them I feel like I need to get off. That's very scary, but I usually try and just stay on there. Almost feels like sort of an asthma attack, a panic attack. You can't get your breath at all. Although panic attacks aren't harmless in any way, they just feel it. So yeah, my computer seems to want to restart in 14 minutes. I better let it do that. I'll quickly upload this video. Hopefully it helped you guys, and I'll be back with more after.